to the EpicVerse Podcast, where curiosities and theories run wild about the strange and spectacular and everything in between. And now, your hosts, JosiahRises, Benjamin, and Epic Mike.
With you?
That's I think mostly from the window, but I can
turn off your just turn off the low light.
Oh,
on
the other
Zoom.
light. Hold on.
No. Turn off Zoom's low light function.
Is it on?
It'll be adjust for low light. It might be on by automatically on.
Hold on. What the frick? How do I
go to settings on the camera? The little arrow, video settings.
Oh, here we go.
It'll say mirror, touch my appearance, adjust for low light. Is that on?
Yeah, it was on, but I just turned it off.
There you go. That's a little bit better. It was just that'll make your face shine really bright. So
like a diamond.
Well, like a yeah.
All right. All right. Let's do this.
Some jizz on my shoulder. Hold on.
Let's see. What?
You
good?
Yeah.
All right. All right. Let me unmute myself from Zoom real quick here. Give a clap.
Mm.
All right. And we are back. It is I, the great, the powerful Josiah.
I wouldn't say that.
Joining
what was
me
that?
are
Wow.
my pawns.
No.
Tooting your own horn to the max.
Well, there's tooting your horn and whatever the hell that was.
Yeah.
No, we
I,
have
Oz the great and powerful.
we have
Peasants.
the Green Ranger, Mike,
What?
and we have
Hey, joke's on you.
Crimson
The Green
Devil.
Ranger's the most badass ranger of all
the Crimson Devil? Why not the Red Ranger?
of them. Because you're wearing a brown,
because that'd be
black
kind
hat.
of dumb to make you both Rangers. Like,
Yeah,
come on.
I like
Add a little variety here, right?
I get a freaking
So-
dragon sword. So
Actually, Ben is the Hufflepuff king. That's what he is.
Darn right. King of the Hufflepuffs.
yeah, imagine being king of
The Huffle King.
the fucking badger people. Well,
You know what, Mike?
Badger.
I am
they are Badger people, aren't they?
done
Yeah, they are
with
badger
your
people. Okay.
slander.
So
it's not slander.
Harry Potter made Badgers really lame.
Yeah.
Yeah, but you know what didn't make it Badgers really lame?
What?
Redwall.
That's exactly what I was about to say.
Yes.
Yeah,
Redwall
it's true.
has the coolest Badgers ever.
Literally, the
Like,
they have
Badgers
kind
in
of the
Redwall
coolest
are
animals,
absolute
period.
animals, literally.
Yeah.
But also
Yeah,
they're so
the
freaking
rat,
cool.
They're so awesome.
They're
Yeah.
so awesome.
Clooney the rat.
I liked the Badgers a lot. They were my favorite.
Dude,
They made
Redwall's
mice
just
awesome, too.
solid.
Yeah.
Redwall's a freaking classic. The squirrels.
They kind of get a little repetitive after a while, but you know,
Yeah.
It's
they're-
just, but as a kid, those were like, that was
Yes.
like my childhood.
I only
like,
read a few of them. I didn't get like eventually. Yeah, they got repetitive, and so I stopped.
I read
reading them.
every single one.
I don't know.
same. I read all of them. Like,
Every single
uh,
one.
I read Redwall, The Pearls of Lutra. There was a couple other ones I read
Mhm.
too, but I don't remember.
So
Yep.
freaking.
Yeah.
Like as a kid, that was peak right there.
I liked
Yeah.
the Badgers and the Otters a
Yep.
lot. And the Hares were cool too, just because they were so funny and
Yep.
boisterous.
I
So,
feel like
yeah.
the Badgers and the Otters were like warriors though. Like that was like their thing. I mean, kind of the
Yep.
same with some of the mice, but I never thought I would think mice were cool until I read those books.
true.
Just saying.
And there's been a lot of other people that have tried to do the same kind of medieval animal mouse
Can't
thing,
do
and
it.
it just doesn't work. So
Yeah.
Redwall's the greatest.
Yeah.
It's a goat.
Oh yeah.
Goated.
Yeah, I'm probably gonna start my daughter on those pretty soon. Actually, I think
They're
she'll
good.
enjoy them. So
Be
They're
good.
good ones.
yeah,
Violent too. Yeah.
Yeah.
But in like a cool way.
right,
Yeah.
right,
Yeah.
in a way that boys enjoy and things
Yeah.
like that. So he wrote another series too, which was like about this undead boy or something.
It's the Flying Dead Tales of
Yeah.
that's whatever it is.
Yeah.
I think.
Yeah,
Hold on.
I enjoyed those books too. I thought
Yeah,
they
those
were
were good.
pretty good too.
Yeah.
So
Rest in peace, Brian Jakes, however you prefer to
Jocks,
say his
yeah.
last name.
yeah, well,
Potato, potato.
just kind of blew that up, but
Yeah. Well,
good job, Ben.
it happens.
It does happen. It does happen.
Yeah.
It's true.
So how are you guys doing today?
Dude, we're doing good, man.
Oh, I am fantastic.
Yeah.
Yeah.
You know what I've been really craving?
What?
What's that?
I've been really craving. I've been really into sandwiches recently. Sandwiches.
Sandwiches.
Yeah.
Okay.
Sandwiches are really good.
What kind of sandwich specifically? Does it not matter?
Well, my go-to, one of my favorite is like a turkey sandwich, like sliced turkey, like not
like
processed,
deli turkey,
like from a deli, yeah, or like somewhere where it's like freshly sliced or whatever, with like slice of cheddar cheese, like across the top. Do like a little bit of pepper, you know, put some spices on there.
Yes.
A little bit of lettuce, but not like shredded lettuce, like the full leaf of lettuce, so like you know, nice and crunchy.
Solid. Yeah.
Now this is a weird one. I know a lot of people think it's weird, but I put chips on my sandwiches too.
I don't think it's weird because I've done it before and it's not bad.
Yeah,
but
like
I just
potato
don't do
chips.
frequently.
But yeah, so I'll put like whatever chips, and then like a little bit of mustard, and then like a little bit of Miracle Whip, not mayonnaise, Miracle Whip.
No,
Okay,
that's
you
where we have
lost
to
me
draw
there.
the line
All
right
right.
there.
Okay.
Yeah,
I like the sweet and the tangy together.
Mm.
Mayo doesn't taste like
no,
anything.
mayo is so good.
It's
and then
so good.
maybe some pickles. Depends on what kind of mood I'm in. Dude, delicious. But
That's fair.
Yeah.
I will say this: if I have none of that in the house, my go-to, something that will not ever beat anything else, a cold glass of milk and a peanut butter and jelly sandwich. Just straight up, just peanut butter and jelly sandwich.
You never can go wrong with classics.
Peanut butter and jelly is just such a freaking classic. It's just so good. I actually, this might sound a little weird, but I like to put chips on my peanut butter and jelly sandwiches too.
I want to knock
potato
you for that.
chips.
I could see that.
That's not weird. It's probably a salty kind of that salty
You want to
taste.
know what actually tastes really good on a peanut butter and jelly sandwich?
Honey?
Nope.
What is it?
Dorito chips, actually.
Really?
Oh,
Like you get a little bit of that cheesiness on there, and you know, like those cheddar peanut butter crackers that you can get. Yeah, so it kind of does that, and it's delicious.
I ain't knocking it.
It's delicious.
Well, since we're talking about weird food stuff, one of my favorite, and this one is specifically Chick-fil-A mac and cheese with honey in it. It's delicious.
Yeah.
And Josiah actually has tried this before.
Yeah.
It sounds really freaking weird, but it actually is really, really good.
You've been corrupted, Josiah. Yeah.
It does. I thought it was going to be terrible, and I tried it, and it was amazing. Yeah. The only thing that would make it a little bit better is if you put like maybe some like red pepper flakes on it or something too.
Yeah, with a little bit of spicy.
Yeah, just a little bit of spice on there too.
Hey.
That, and then my other weird food take is the I like olive oil and sea salt on vanilla ice cream.
Yeah. That was another thing that I was like, there's no way this is going to be good. And then Ben made it for me, and I was like, okay, this is actually pretty good.
That's what I mean, dude. I just have a weird palate. But also, like, flavor combos is something that's really fun to mess around with. So it's like, we might as well experiment, you know?
Lots of weird
magical
foods.
contrast.
Well, you know what's a really weird food take that I don't think anybody would agree on?
What's that?
Oh.
Peanut butter and star jelly.
Star jelly.
What's a star jelly, Mike?
Well, Josiah, I think you're a better expert on this than I am.
Oh.
Why don't you tell us about this star jelly
Let
stuff?
me tell you about star jelly.
Yeah.
Your weird food takes. What to contrive just...
Okay, so star jelly. Let's talk about star jelly, because this has been on all of our minds recently. We've all been thinking about star jelly.
We want to put it on my sandwiches, but I can't.
What can we do with it? You know, where can we put it?
What can we put in?
Which orifice does it fit in best?
Yeah.
You know, these are the important questions that we ask here on the podcast. So we're gonna talk about star jelly, and we'll get this figured out. So star jelly.
Yeah,
is a gelatinous substance
that is
that is sometimes found on grass or branches of trees, things like that. I believe that it is only in the UK, if I'm not mistaken, but it is something that is very common over in the UK. And according to folklore, it is deposited on the earth during meteor showers. So that's kind of where the name star jelly comes from. But scientists are very confounded by star jelly. And if you look up pictures of it, you'll see that it's kind of like this translucent type of weird gooey substance. It looks funny. It looks weird. It kind of has kind of a crystal look to it, but it's like jelly. It's like little blobs of jelly. So
is it alien?
That is the big question. So let me give you some of the theories that scientists have for what star jelly could be.
Well, can you describe what it looks like real quick for people that can't?
I literally just described what it looks like, but
what I mean is like, I wish we could show pictures of it because let's be real. What does it really look like?
Well, yeah. What do you think it looks like, Mike?
Well, I think it looks like man jelly.
It does.
That's the thing. They're trying really hard to describe it like a normal thing. Like they're like, oh, it's gelatinous and
white and gelatinous.
It kind of has a little whiteness to it.
I mean,
it looks like man jelly.
It's I don't even know if I'd say it's white. It's like weirdly.
It's like a weird grayish
clear.
color. Yeah. It's like a weird cleary gray color.
Yeah,
that's what I'm saying. That's what's really weird about it.
It is weird. It is weird, and scientists also find it very weird.
It's weird.
Yeah, so does everyone else. But the funny thing is that that's kind of one of the theories they have for what it could be. So scientists think that it could possibly be leftover deer cum that's just chilling on trees and grass and stuff, just hanging out there.
That's not what I was going for. That's not what I was expecting, but I accept it if that is in fact what it is.
My question is, has anybody ever tasted it? That's what I want to know.
I would be scared to taste it because I would fear for my life. Like, if I taste that, will I just keel over and die while I go into like some sort of, total shutdown where my all my muscles and like my brain stops functioning? That's what I want to know. But
I'm looking to see if it's edible, but I haven't seen any.
I doubt it's edible. Okay, but someone has to eat it to figure that out.
We've eaten worse things.
Or maybe just feed it to like a mouse or something and see what it does to that.
Do you guys ever think about that? That like people just had to eat stuff to figure it out? Just like, oh well, guess this might kill me. And then they just eat it. Like, I can't even imagine that.
Like pretty much everything that we know about things, that if they're poisonous or not, like somebody had to find that out.
Yeah.
Like
someone probably died trying to figure this out. It's so wild to think about that. Mm-hmm. I'm glad that I don't live in a time where I have to taste things to figure out if they're going to kill me or not.
Well, check this out, guys. This is a little thing. I had to look it up. This is on allthescience.org, so just credit to them. People, the guy describes star jelly as either a slime mold, a nostoc, I don't know, Nostoc, or a lichen, but apparently, nostoc, which is a freshwater cyanobacteria, is actually very rich in protein and vitamin C. And it's cultivated in China, Java, and Japan for human consumption. So technically, star jelly could be edible.
But
eat a little bit of star jelly?
What if you actually, like, if you eat it, it gives you like crazy superhuman abilities because it's alien and from space.
Yeah.
You would have to think that somebody would have tried it, right?
Yeah, somebody had to.
You would think, but why wouldn't they tell?
Because humans are just that stupid. Like, if if someone sees that like growing off a tree, some human's gonna be like, you know what?
I should eat that.
I should put that in my mouth.
Yeah.
I will say that human beings do have like an unnatural inclination to just put things in their mouth. It doesn't really matter what it is. It's just like that human response we have. We're just like, man, I want to put that in my mouth. I want to eat that.
Yeah. This is weird. Like, the more I read about this, the weirder it gets.
Yeah. So star jelly. Some of the theories that scientists have for what it could be. we already talked about it being possibly like deer cum on trees. So that's a thing. There's people that think it could be like some sort of clear fungus that grows on like decaying wood. There's people that think that it's like kind of like leftover or like digested like frog spawn that's been like vomited up by predators. So that's another theory that people have. A lot of people think that it could be like some sort of vomit or something, which I don't know. That's kind of weird because it's like on trees too. So like, did the animal just like walk up to a tree and just puke all over the tree or something, or what? Yeah. So people think that it could be. I think this was one of the things that Mike was talking about, being like a type of like freshwater blue-green algae type thing.
Yeah.
So those are some of the things that people think that it could be, but nobody really knows, and that's kind of the mysterious thing about this.
Yeah.
About the star jelly. So
it's weird.
The question is, and this is something that a lot of scientists aren't really taking into consideration, but maybe the folklore is correct about this one. Maybe it is from some sort of meteor shower or something, or maybe something that is not from this Earth.
Yeah.
I mean, scientists don't usually like to take things that are not from this Earth into consideration. So
yeah,
that is true.
Well, that is
because it
is
breaks
a big
science.
Yeah,
a lot of the time. So
yeah,
it's
can't have that.
Yeah, well, if true, it would break like the ideals or ideas of science. So it's like people don't tend to want to think about that.
Yeah, which we've talked about that before.
Yeah,
yeah.
What if this is definitively alien cum?
As a resident, one of the resident out space dwellers.
I thought you were about to say resident experts in alien cum, and I was like,
no,
don't do this to yourself.
That's. I mean, I might be, but I can confirm. I can neither confirm nor deny if that is true.
Wow.
I was about to give away my people's secrets, and I can't do that.
Don't do that. Mm-mm. They'll find you.
They will. They found me before.
Another weird thing is that they said that a lot of not a lot, but like more than a few samples they found have had frog or toad or amphibian origin, like DNA in it. They've never been able to confirm exactly what they are, but it's interesting because like Josiah said it. I mean, if it's alien, maybe the aliens are, there's been a lot of theories.
Maybe aliens have some sort of similar DNA to frogs too.
Yeah, amphibians or
like amphibious type of something going on there.
I mean, it would make sense.
It would.
Yeah.
I mean, just think about there's a lot of like underwater things that people discovered. Like we talked about that one underwater like UFO type thing a little while ago as well. So maybe aliens, they can do their underwater thing, and maybe they can be out of the water and do all of that. Maybe they can just do it all.
Yeah. Yeah.
And we've talked about eels in the past as well, which
eels are freaking kind of weird.
Yeah, and octopus are also water creatures. So.
I still think octopus are aliens.
Oh yeah,
yeah.
Did you mention the Texas sightings at all? Did they say that on that article?
Not what I've seen. No.
Okay. Apparently, in 1979, a Texas resident reported finding several purple blobs of goo on her front yard following the Perseid meteor shower.
Oh.
And investigators came and suspected the compound. They came and inspected it, and they suspect that it came from a nearby battery reprocessing plant. But there's some skepticism on that because they're like, that seems really like a really odd like thing to come to, like conclusion to come to. Yeah, but there's been reports that sometimes it'll appear to be like purple. Yeah, or different like, colors. Yeah. Yep. Or
so it's not just white and clear.
Nope.
Oh.
There's also, I mean, this stuff this jelly inspired the Blob movie that came out in, what is it? what is it, 1958? So even back then, it was enough of a sighting that they were like, hey, let's make a movie about this. But
Wow.
there's actually a poem from an English poet in 1641. So 1641, back this late, they were talking
Dang.
about this.
Dang.
As he who quicker eye doth trace, a false start shot to a marked place, dost run apace, and thinking it to catch, a jelly up do snatch.
Oh, a jelly.
A jelly. He was like, hey,
Mm.
look at that star. Let's find out where it landed. Look at this jelly on the ground.
Mm.
It kind of it reminds me of like the symbiote from like Marvel
Venom.
and stuff.
Dude, yeah.
Maybe it
What if
is.
it's just dying? What if it's just dying on impact?
Mm-hmm.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah. Or
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
what if the aliens are like, dude, let's go have an orgy on this meteor, and then we'll leave. And
Mike, why
and
is
they
it
leave,
always it has to be orgies with you?
and they leave the meteor? They fly away, and then it lands on Earth, and we're like, wow, look at all this star jelly. And they're like, yeah, it's certainly something.
Look
Yeah.
at those humans play with our semen.
Yeah, isn't that cool? Well, goddamn. There's also another poem that somebody wrote by. It was an 18th century poet named William Somerville. He also wrote one about star jelly. It says,
Okay.
Swift is the shooting star that gilds the night. With rapid transient blaze, she runs, she flies. Suddenly she stops, nor longer can endure the painful course, but drooping sinks away. And like that falling meteor, there she lies, a jelly cold on earth.
So
Wow.
is it fairies
I don't know.
that have
I mean,
turned
hey,
into jelly?
But there's
Maybe.
a lot of people that talk about it being like
What
from
I-
stars and
the biggest
Yeah.
conclusion I've come to is that poets in 1641 and poets in the 18th century were just as bad at writing poems.
yeah.
Just be like, bro, I was walking and I saw a shooting star and there was this jelly stuff on the ground. Just leave it at that. It's that
Well,
simple.
that's not poetry then, Mike.
Well, that wasn't poetry what I just read either.
I mean, it was more poetic than what you said.
It wasn't very poetic, Ben. It was just a weird way of getting around saying, I found alien jizz on the ground and I don't know what to do about it.
Eat
So,
it, apparently.
Apparently,
No.
the first recorded mention of star jelly comes from
Comes.
Josh Gadsden from the 14th century,
oh?
Wow.
who suggested that it could be used to treat abscesses. Apparently,
Oh.
Oh?
is what his theory was.
Oh.
He's like,
Um,
healing
let's
magic
put this on
power
an
from the
abscess.
stars?
And Sir Walter Scott as well mentioned star jelly at one point in his book The Talisman as well.
Interesting. Imagine if after all this time, star jelly has a property that can be used to cure cancer.
Yeah.
Wow.
Bro,
Bro.
wouldn't that be
Bro.
crazy?
Be
Wouldn't
like,
that
whoa,
be
you have
wild?
cancer. Eat this alien.
What if
I mean,
alien
star
cum
jelly.
is the key to cancer?
Or at least just a component,
To
you know?
cancer or to curing cancer? Because
Curing cancer, yes.
you ate that.
I mean,
yeah.
it might be actually a
Bro,
component.
did you
to
eat that
cancer. It
star
might-
jelly? And they're like, bro.
Well, apparently there's a lot of skeptics that also think that star jelly is like a government conspiracy as well. And
Oh,
Well,
they're
that it's
using it to
fake?
like poison people.
I mean,
So-
that could be. Apparently, the most recent sighting, according to this article, this was written 2019, so I'm sure there's probably been more sightings since then, was in Goochland County, Virginia. What a
Wow.
fucking name.
So it is over here in the U.S. too, then.
Yep. In
Oh.
June 2019, they said a couple found 5 small piles of strange crushed ice-like substances, but it was gelatinous in nature. And then an expert looked under a microscope but failed to find evidence of a living organism. And then they concluded that the substance was man-made, water-based polymer used in gardening as a soil replacement. But it was only in that one area that they found it. And the guy was
That's
like,
so
oh,
weird.
nope, it's probably nothing. Which is weird because it feels like every time, like from where we read it, almost every time it's like, oh, it's nothing.
Yeah.
Oh, it's nothing.
Right.
Yeah.
Right. Well, this kind of goes back to the idea of, there could be people out there that are, trying to keep the truth from getting out there, and
the star jelly and it being from aliens.
Oh, it's nothing. Don't worry about it. They kind of low key kind of gaslight you over it. It's like, don't worry about this. Well, it's nothing.
Yeah.
It's
well,
nothing.
we've talked about this too a little bit before.
Mm-hmm.
The Oakville blobs.
Yeah.
Remember that? We talked a whole thing about that. It's just that there was an unnaturally large amount of that.
Mm-hmm.
Whereas, with this, it seems like it's mostly small, like tiny things. So there's a situation right there of an entire city just being caught up in this like weird jelly-like substance.
Right. Yeah.
And that they had never seen it and they've never seen it again. Yeah.
Huh.
So,
but isn't it weird that like no one really ever seems to take this type of stuff like that seriously?
Yeah. Now it's weird. It is really weird.
It's
like,
it's
it's
very
nothing.
weird.
Yeah.
I don't know.
What do you think
man.
it actually tastes like, though?
If I had to be honest, it probably is really sour. Maybe not bitter. I mean, it could be bitter. I don't know, but probably really sour.
Yeah.
Like maybe it doesn't taste like anything at first, and then like grass, like when you first like bite it, and you're like, "Huh, not that bad," and then it gets really like sour afterwards.
Yeah. Yeah.
I don't know, man. What do you think it tastes like?
Me?
Don't bite your lip when you say it. He was like looking off, and he's like, "Me? Well, if I had to guess what
probably
star jelly tasted like,
it probably." To me, I feel like it wouldn't taste like anything. Maybe like water. Like it's got kind of that like bland, almost like refreshing taste of water. That's kind of that's what it looks like to me. Is that what tastes like water?
It looks like it'd be refreshing.
Maybe.
I just don't like that you bit your lip before saying it.
He's like, well.
That's my thinking.
Well, let me talk about what
That's
I
my
think.
thinking face. Thank you.
What do I think about this star jelly taste? Refreshing. Yeah, delicious. I don't know, Wow.
Yeah, I mean,
refreshing.
So what do you guys think is the most possible theory for what it could be?
Alien jizz, like 100,000%.
I think it comes from asteroids. But
I think it comes from aliens getting it on an asteroid, and they just fill up the asteroid with. That's what they do. It's a fun time for them. Then they leave, and it lands on Earth, and we're like, "Whoa, bro! Look at all this star jelly!" And aliens are like,
"Look at all that meat!"
I didn't think they were gonna find it, but hey, listen. Here's the thing. Ben said this earlier. He's like, "Why do you got to make it, about orgies and stuff?" We know that aliens are the most horny thing in the universe.
True.
That's all they do. They come over here. The first thing that they do is stick something up our butts.
We conjecture.
No, the apps. It's a thing. The first thing they do, they stick things up our butts. They're like, "Hey, man, look at that hole. Just shove something up it." It's a problem. And so they started this precedent. So if they're offended by me saying that they're having orgies on asteroids, that's not on me. Don't stick things up humans' butts, and we don't have to come to these conclusions.
Yeah,
true.
That's fair.
True.
I'm the victim here.
Oh,
if I got abducted by aliens, the first thing that they would do, stick something up my butt.
That's what you think.
They'd probably fill you right up with star jelly.
Put all the star jelly in me that they can. And you know what? That's on them.
Loaded to the brim.
Loaded to the brim with star jelly. Yeah. Like, look at that guy. Look at that. Look at this human specimen. Time to fill him up with star jelly. Yeah. Josiah, what do you think it tastes like?
That's a great question. What do you think it tastes like?
Be really specific for the audience. It's for science.
I'm trying to think of like a food that it would taste like. And I don't know why, but for some reason, cauliflower is coming to my mind.
Weird.
So disgusting.
Right.
Yeah.
Yeah.
It's absolutely foul.
I mean, we should honestly talk about cauliflower at some point too, because
we should.
I truly do not believe that cauliflower is from Earth. Like,
why? I mean, broccoli's from Earth. Why wouldn't cauliflower?
Broccoli is normal. It's green.
Okay, but cauliflower is like white broccoli.
No, it's not. Like, if you think that cauliflower is literally just white broccoli, that is not the case. I mean,
it's different because it tastes different, but like,
yeah,
it tastes different. Like, the texture of it is completely different.
freaking disgusting. Yeah. You want to know something really crazy? I know you guys have heard this story behind the scenes, but I'm going to tell it here on the podcast.
Okay. Yeah.
If I haven't already told it on the podcast. One time, my wife made a very delicious meal, and it had a rice dish with it. Well, she made herself cauliflower rice. And then there was like regular rice, and they were in container dishes next to each other. I didn't know, I couldn't tell the difference very well. So one morning I got up and I was heating up the dish, and I accidentally grabbed the cauliflower rice out and I put it with my food and I started eating it. And I go, why is this so disgusting? Something's wrong. Did the food go bad overnight or something? This is weird. I mean, we put it away in the fridge, blah, blah, blah. And I was like, hey, taste this. Does this taste weird? And my wife goes, oh, that's my cauliflower rice. And I was like, see, I didn't even know what I was eating. No, it was that disgusting.
Yeah.
Cauliflower is foul.
Yeah.
It is horrid. It is Satan's broccoli.
Yes.
For sure.
Yes. That's
The
what I've
devil
been
was
saying.
like, let's take broccoli, make it taste disgusting, and then drain all the color out of it.
It's like zombie broccoli.
Yeah.
Wow.
Yeah. Do you ever read the book Bunnicula?
No.
Oh, it was about a vampire bunny, and that's what he used to do. He would bite vegetables, and he'd drain all the color out of the vegetables.
That
and
makes
that's
sense.
basically what cauliflower is.
Yeah.
It's dead broccoli.
I'm not sure. I mean, I've heard some pretty weird stories of cauliflower, like the origins of it and things like that. So we're going to have to dive into that in an episode at some point.
We are going to talk about
Ben's going to staunchly defend it, but he's going to be wrong.
Yeah, Ben is all on the cauliflower train, and I'm not hopping on that train at all.
All right.
That train leads to death.
All right.
He's also extremely refreshed by Star Jelly.
All right.
Yeah.
It's refreshing, like water.
Exactly.
Like water to my body.
Water. So, we don't really have a lot of information about what cauliflower, what Star Jelly tastes like, but apparently there are reports that say that it has a very unpleasant smell.
Not surprised.
That's gross.
Usually foul-smelling things also taste foul.
But there are other reports of people saying that it doesn't smell like anything at all.
Well, usually things that don't smell like anything at all don't taste like anything either. We could all be right here.
So I mean, it's just a mystery, man. Like
It is.
Yeah.
The question is, do we think that Star Jelly has the potential to save humanity in the future when the world comes to an end?
Maybe, but also you would think that the people would have experimented on it already.
I don't know, man.
Like when the nuclear apocalypse happens, will Star Jelly be the key
to saving humanity?
Maybe we'll like slather ourselves in it and we'll like survive for,
I can't answer that question yet. I need to think about it.
Rub it all over your body and your face and everything, and you're like, I'm immune to whatever.
Man, and you know that the aliens would be totally getting off to that. They're like, yeah, rub this all over your body. And
like, we absolutely put that in a meteorite so that you could rub that on your body. And like they finally figured it out. Yeah. They finally got to the level of degeneracy that they would rub that on their bodies, and now they're saved.
Gross.
Because we know aliens are the real degenerates here.
So that's gonna be our protectant, and then we're gonna have our piss guns, and then we're gonna be.
All right, sounds like a wild future is coming.
Yeah. Could you imagine how much Star Jelly it would take to cover an entire hippo?
Oh my gosh.
Okay, you know what?
Well, I don't think hippos are even gonna need it.
You never know, though.
Like, I feel like that.
Why would you care about the hippos?
Will be able to just like
it's the end of
I
the world.
feel like their bodies would be able to just deflect all the radiation.
Maybe
that would absorb it, and then they just become way more powerful than we could even imagine.
That's true. We did talk about them growing wings and stuff.
Yeah, frick
but
that.
Imagine an entire hippo covered in Star Jelly.
Oh my gosh!
No, I don't want.
That's actually kind of a glorious image. Not gonna lie.
See what I'm saying?
I just don't want to. I don't want to ever. If hippos become like
dripping with Star Jelly.
If hippos become these magical, like superpowered beings with nuclear things, then I'd rather die.
Here's the thing, Ben. They already are.
Yeah,
I know that's
you
the problem.
You gotta accept that they're going to be our allies in the future.
I don't. Well,
and
we can leave that for another time.
We're going to be riding them with our piss freeze guns and covered in Star Jelly.
shooting the alien, the reptilians coming out of the ground, fighting off the aliens.
Imagine
that are
if this was
firing even more meteors at us.
Imagine if that was the future of our planet.
That is the future of our planet.
That is the future.
Ben.
We're figuring it out. We're figuring it out live, Ben.
Yeah.
Maybe
even crazier.
Maybe
even crazier. Here's this thing. I mean, imagine how much star jelly would take to cover an entire whale.
Oh my god. Okay. All right.
So much.
I know where you're going with this, and I'm not going to fall for your trap. I'm just saying.
I'm just throwing out two different animals.
Uh-huh.
No reason at all. No connection whatsoever. You know, other than just that they're related.
Uh-huh.
Yeah. All right. Well, that's a great place to end the podcast.
Yes, great place. We just need to leave it be. Might as well throw Megatheriums in there too.
No, nobody wants that. It's dead. It's extinct.
You know, Mike, I can't.
You know why it died? Because it didn't have star jelly.
All right. You know what?
So do we give Star Jelly a W or an L?
Oh, it's a W.
Oh, it's a huge W.
Big
It's
W.
a huge W.
Awesome.
Just
Big W for science right there.
Fill up on that star jelly, man. If you
Big
live
dubs.
in the UK, collect it in buckets.
You're gonna need it.
You're gonna need it. Cover your bodies in it when it's time. You're like,
Big
honey,
dub.
I'm so glad I've been storing up this star jelly. Let's go. And you just dump it all on.
That's what British preppers are like. They're just storing tons of star jelly.
Yeah.
Big W.
Yeah. Oh,
Imagine
star
going
jelly.
Imagine going to one of their basements and there's just like buckets of this clear whitish liquid.
And there's just like bathtubs full, and they're like, "Here, have a step inside.
Time to lube up.
Time to take a jelly bath."
Yeah. It's like
absolutely splendid. Time for a jelly bath.
Yeah, it's beautiful.
There you go.
Well,
all our UK listeners now you know what to do with it if you find it.
Save some for the rest of us, though.
With that being said, that is going to be the episode for today. We hope that you guys enjoyed. If you are watching us on YouTube, then please subscribe, leave a comment, and if you're listening to us on your favorite audio podcast platform, then please leave a review. That means a lot to us. Please share it as well, and we will talk to you all in another episode very soon. Bye.
Bye.